Most people do not lose wealth in one dramatic mistake. They lose it through ordinary decisions that quietly repeat every month. Most people still do not understand which levers really matter for building wealth. Increasing your income is usually far more powerful than obsessing over tiny investment tweaks, but that does not mean spending is irrelevant. If you earn a lot and spend all of it, you still end up with no savings rate. In Germany, the average savings rate is only around 10%, and it has been slipping again. Money should never become an end in itself, and the goal is not to question every last cent, but even small improvements matter, because compounding turns small monthly savings into real long-term wealth. Saving just €50 more per month and investing it in a global stock ETF can make a major difference later, especially if you start young, because time is your biggest advantage. One of the biggest blind spots is insurance. Germans are world champions when it comes to insurance spending as a share of household income. And on average, people hold around 6 policies per person, not even counting statutory pension or health insurance. At the same time, about half of people cannot even say how much they spend on insurance in total. That alone suggests there is room to optimize. Liability insurance is common for a reason, and health insurance clearly matters too. The basic principle is simple: insure what would be existentially threatening if it happened. That is why liability coverage makes sense, but many other policies cover annoyances rather than real threats, like baggage insurance, phone insurance, glass breakage, or trip cancellation. Those are not automatically wrong, but they deserve scrutiny. Compare policies regularly. Take advantage of better offers, and understand what your contracts actually cover. Many people have strong opinions on disability insurance or public versus private health insurance without understanding the fine print. And insurance should always be judged relative to your own assets. If you already have significant savings, some small item insurance becomes much harder to justify. Subscriptions are another quiet money drain because they are easy to start and then continue forever. In Germany, households spend around €680 per year on streaming services alone, and the average household has about 7 media subscriptions. If you add things like gym memberships, mobility subscriptions, and phone plans, you quickly end up with more than 10 recurring charges. The solution is not to cancel everything blindly. The solution is to take inventory. What are you paying for? How often do you actually use it? And which charges have you simply stopped noticing? Forgotten cloud storage, software licenses, and underused memberships are common. In many cases, a pay-per-use model is smarter than a subscription. Amazon Prime only pays off if you order often enough. A gym membership may be worse than a punch card if you rarely go. Even church tax belongs on the list of recurring costs people should evaluate consciously. At €60,000 gross income, that can mean about €66 net per month, and everyone has to decide for themselves whether that still aligns with their beliefs. So a much less comfortable topic is partner choice. It helps very little if you earn well, understand investing, and have clear long-term goals, but your partner wants something fundamentally different. If one person wants to build assets and retire early, while the other wants to maximize consumption or buy a house immediately, the friction will show up everywhere. That can lead to financial chaos, constant conflict, or in the worst case, separation, divorce, and long-term financial damage. But the opposite is also true. If both people are largely aligned, support each other, and pull in the same direction, the effect is enormous. The wrong partner choice is financially destructive. The right one is a real force multiplier. Cars are another classic money pit. Germans love cars, but very few people calculate what they really cost, and often they do not want to know because the decision is emotional. Rationally, a car is rarely a great financial choice because it creates costs from every direction. Depreciation, fuel, maintenance, insurance, financing costs, and other variable expenses that people love to ignore. Even an ordinary VW Golf 8 can cost nearly €700 net per month on average. The question is simple: is that form of mobility really worth that much to you? Sometimes the answer is yes, but then it should be a conscious lifestyle choice. In many cases, public transportation, combined with car sharing when needed, is dramatically cheaper. The biggest step is separating the emotional attachment from the financial reality. And then there are the obvious drains tied to habits and addictions: smoking, vaping, frequent drinking, gambling, online casinos, in-app purchases, gaming expansions, and collectible hobbies can quietly consume huge amounts of money over time. This is not about pretending everything must be black and white. The dose makes the poison. A drink on the weekend is not the same as blowing money every weekend in clubs, at events, or at places like Oktoberfest. But these categories often hide some of the easiest savings potential, and not just financially. Food is another major category where people lose a lot without realizing it. One smart approach is to consume fewer expensive things, but choose better quality. Cooking ahead and meal prepping can stop you from spending 10 to 20 euros every day on lunch while you are out. And if you like eating out, it is worth looking for deals instead of always paying full price. Discount platforms for restaurants and cafes can reduce the bill without forcing you to give up the experience entirely. Impulse buying is a different kind of money drain because it feels harmless in the moment. These are the purchases you did not plan, but made anyway because of emotion. Sadness, exhaustion, joy, love, anger, or simple mood swings can push people into buying things they would never have chosen rationally. It may not happen every day, but it does not need to. A few emotional purchases are enough to leave a real dent in your finances. The solution is to create friction. A simple account or bucket system helps because your money is already split into fixed categories, and the consumption bucket sets a natural limit. An even simpler rule is to wait one night before buying. By the next day, the urge often disappears on its own. Debt is one of the clearest money drains, yet many people still underestimate it. Buy now, pay later models are growing fast, and people finance everything from handbags and clothes to TVs and headphones with microloans. Suddenly the TV does not really cost €1,000. It costs $1,150 once interest is included over the next few years. A useful rule of thumb is that you can only really afford something if you could afford it twice without a guilty feeling. Of course, some purchases like a home usually cannot happen without debt. But even then, the interest burden should be managed actively through refinancing, comparing lenders, or making targeted extra payments when it makes sense. And sometimes it does not make sense to repay as fast as possible if you locked in very favorable borrowing costs. The bigger question is whether you actually want to spend the next 30 years paying off a home just because society, family, or convention told you that owner occupation is the only correct path. That decision shapes your whole life and can become the single biggest money drain of all. Another overlooked cost is inflation and opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the price you pay because choosing one option prevents you from taking another. A simple example is keeping your money in cash or a savings account because you do not want the volatility of ETFs. That may feel safe, but with inflation, you can still lose purchasing power. In other words, your desire for security has a cost, the return you gave up. That is not a visible bill, but it is still a real expense. Retirement planning is a major area where people overpay without noticing. Free ETF savings plans have become normal in some circles, but that is still a small bubble. Millions of Germans are still using insurance-based retirement products, and guaranteed pension products remain a major revenue source for insurers. The problem is that returns, fees, and flexibility are often a poor trade-off. Retirement planning can be done almost fee-free if you handle it yourself, so it is worth reviewing every product you have and asking whether it is genuinely good or whether it was just sold well. Rent is harder to optimize, but that is exactly why it matters so much. For most people, it is the single largest monthly expense. Many will spend hours hunting for a coupon on a new TV or the cheapest deal on a vacation, but almost nobody spends that same energy questioning whether their housing costs are still appropriate. Could you live with one room less? Could you downsize after children move out? These are uncomfortable questions because housing is deeply tied to lifestyle. But the financial leverage here is often far bigger than what people chase elsewhere. Education spending is another area where people should be more selective. Broad access to education is a real privilege, and investing in yourself and your human capital is often worthwhile. But expensive courses, books, coaching programs, and financial seminars should be questioned carefully. In many cases, people are not buying rare knowledge. They are buying convenience. Most of the information they need already exists online for free. The best savings are often the ones that do not reduce your quality of life at all. If you can spend less and get the exact same result, that is ideal. Buying bottled water instead of making sparkling water at home is one example. Buying the same drink at a gas station instead of at the supermarket is another. The product is the same, but the cost is very different. And the same logic applies to products you barely use. Expensive gadgets, drones used once on vacation, or tools that sit in the basement for years are often better rented, borrowed, or shared. If you can identify just one area today where you can optimize a little, that is already a win. Over time, every small improvement can be converted into meaningful wealth. The biggest money drains are rarely hidden in one dramatic mistake. They usually sit inside ordinary decisions that repeat month after month.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay informed, stay rational. See you in the next one.